go. Hola.
I couldn't find my car, so I had to come in a minivan. Don't judge me.
I would have just picked you up, dumbass.
It's fine. How's your day?
Good. I just woke up.
This crackhead is always here.
This guy doesn't fucking... Does he do anything else with his life?
He's here all the time.
Fuck you, filthy stripper. Nash, I gotta go have a meeting with Rosa. You hold down. All right, here, I'll drop you one.
Okay. I'm just gonna spit it out and then we can talk. So, I got a call last night from the hospital that they found Tony. That he was brought in, I don't know how, and he was barely alive, but...
Wait, Tony's alive?
He's alive.
He's
on life support and I might not make it, I don't know. But apparently I was his emergency contact. So I didn't even know when they called who was in the hospital, but they said, you're the emergency contact for somebody, you need to come down to the hospital right now. So I go down there, find out it's Tony. He's barely alive. They did CPR like 12 times on him.
Okay.
And you know, I don't know, I was there. I texted Kay afterwards and said, Mr. K, he's alive. His emergency contact, I got contacted, called Gomer, told him, tried to be as smart, you know, gang-wise as possible with this by letting people know, but I don't know what to do. On one hand, it's good that I'm not going to be getting a murder charge at one day, you know, maybe attempted murder, but...
Well, I thought that was falling on the hobos anyway, so you had nothing to worry about.
There's no way that this falls on the hobos if they have, one, witness testimony, and two, my blood on scene. There's no way to just say it was the hobos.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If he comes out of this, do you think he's going to come after you for doing what you did, or he wouldn't do that? Because he knew the line.
Yeah. The thing that he's always promised me is that I would put myself first. You know, if it came to it, that I take him out to keep myself safe. And that's the promise I made. I don't know if his family would come after me one day.
Well, that would never happen. You don't have to worry about that. But let me ask you something. What are you feeling inside of you? Now, I'm talking to you as your friend. Nothing to do with CG. Yeah. What are you feeling?
Confused, like beyond confused right now, because you know what it comes down to, and what I keep reminding myself is that I fucked up, right? I'm the one that put Tony in that position, or we put each other in that, right? I did what needed to be done. I stabbed him. End of story, so I thought, you know?
What did you feel? Okay, I have a question for you. What did you feel when you stabbed him? Did you feel
horrible?
Like... Is it something... Okay, so the reason why I'm asking this, because I remember when everything first started, you were like, oh, I'd do anything for CG. You know, it is what it is. If I got to take somebody, I'll take somebody out, even if they matter to me and that and whatnot. Did you just feel that you lost a part of yourself when you stabbed him?
Yeah, and mostly because I knew it was my fault, you know? Like, he hadn't done anything... So if somebody comes after CG and shoots Mr. K or shoots you, or, you know, is trying to do stuff like that, I would have no remorse on that type of situation. But knowing everything that Tony did behind the scenes to try to, you know, he took out the FDF snitches. He has covered up things in the police department, trying to make sure that, you know, we aren't investigated. Knowing all of that, and then knowing that it was my fault that he got stabbed, like, that's what broke me. You know?
Yeah.
Like, if he had done something to come directly after you or Mr. K or somebody, I wouldn't feel bad.
So the reason why I'm asking this is because that night when I was driving you back, you know, you were really hard on yourself. You were crying. You were upset. You you were telling me how you don't have a family anymore. Nobody will ever trust you in CG. Everybody thinks that you're not loyal. And I mean, is that how you really feel? Or
I mean, a lot of that was in the moment. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that was a lot of in the moment. But what stuck with me from that night was everyone laughing after it happened. And then on top of it, like, I know there's a new IRC. Like, I know that I'm not included in this kind of stuff. Nobody talks to me. I try to call them. I try to reach out to them. I'm viewed as like a liability, which I get, but also like I've just kept my head down since this happened, you know, and tried to deal with it my way and try to process this and walk away. But I don't have anyone, Vinny. And like, I thought that by proving myself, quote unquote, by stabbing Tony, things would get better.
Yeah, but in all reality,
gotten worse.
You didn't want to stab him, and you need to be honest with yourself. I know, but it's not something you wanted to do.
Of course not. Because I don't think in my heart, I don't think he deserved that. But I mean, that's just how life is, I guess.
So the question I have for you is, when you found out Tony was alive, how did you feel?
I mean, relieved. It's like half of me was relieved. Like, I don't want to see someone I care about die. But on the other half, immediately realizing that he was alive, I was terrified. Because I was like, this is going to turn into, oh, Rosa, you didn't stab him well enough. Or, oh, Rosa, how is this Rosa's fault, you know?
I mean, you did what you did. I was there that night. So, I mean,
I know. And
you didn't do nothing wrong.
And the fact that I have to think about that of like, why am I scared about this when I know that I did everything right that night? That has me fucked up, you know? And me worried that now he's going to get killed again. Because the first time he got stabbed was because of my mistake. You know, I had to pay for my sins, essentially. But now I don't want that to be lost in translation. Like, I don't know, unless there's something I'm missing, that it's like CG versus the Mills now. That was my penance. That was me paying for my fuck up. And now I'm just afraid that this is going to turn into, oh, well, Tony has to die at all costs, you know?
And that's what you don't want to see, because you did it once and it shouldn't have to be repeated in a sense.
Yeah. And like, if something happens between the Mills and CG, I get that. But I just don't think we're at that point. And so I don't want to have to think about killing him again or him dying unless I have to, because in my heart,
I feel like you don't want to be put in that position.
Yeah. I mean, I don't.
I understand.
It's just, it's hard. And it's such a weird line to be in, because on one side of me, like, CG is all I know, you know? But on the other side of me, it's like, I fell in line. I paid for my sins. I did what needed to be done, and I'm still on the outskirts. And I just don't think that that's going to change. And I mean, at the end of the day, Rosa, time heals everything. Time heals everything. But every day something comes up that could potentially be, oh, well, Rosa didn't stab him hard enough, you know?
Did anybody in CG see you at the hospital when you went there?
Yeah, Tugs did.
Okay, Tugs seen you at the hospital. So already...
And he texted me, and I texted him, and I was like, good to see you. And he was like, what's going on in there? And I was like, I got a call that I'm an emergency contact. And he said, who got hurt? And I said, they found Tony. He's on life support. Not sure he'll make it. Then I tried to call him. He was on the phone.
Okay, is Tugs the only other person? You said Tugs and Gomer, right?
Yeah, and I texted Mr. K last night, like when I was at the hospital. That was my first thought immediately, was like, I have to tell K. Like, there's no world that I'm going to lie about this and say that he's dead when he's not, you know?
No, 100%. I mean, you did the right thing. Don't get me wrong. You immediately, like, and that, when I seen the text message from you this morning about it's an emergency, like, I knew some shit was up, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, Rosa, at the end of the day, I'm going to talk to you as your friend again, not as your CGOG. I mean, you have to do what makes you happy in life, and you need to do what's going to not cause you stress, not going to give you headaches, not going to have to always look over your shoulder. I mean, you have to be honest with yourself. If Tony's somebody you want to be with, right? At the beginning, it was all a game. I do blame myself a lot for your downfall. Okay, I will admit that to you. I did do a lot of pot stirring that shouldn't have been done because it went to an extreme level, which it shouldn't have. But if at the end of the day you caught feelings, and this is somebody that now that he's back and he's not dead, and it's somebody you could see yourself being happy with, and maybe one day down the road, the Mills family is maybe your family to be with. I mean, this is a big decision that you have to think about, because if I was in your shoes, okay, and felt the way you're telling me you feel, I mean, is there really a reason to stay in CG, Rosa? And I'm just being very honest with you and upfront.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is like, a lot of this is my doing, and I don't want to. What I'm about to say, I don't want that to like negate that.
Rosa,
like, I want
it's
it to
not
be known
your
that
doing,
I fucked
Rosa.
up.
Okay.
But I've just been backed into such a corner now that like I don't know where else to go. I genuinely don't. Like, in a perfect world, Vinny, I could work my way back into CG or whatever I need to do to prove myself. But is it something
you want to do?
I just don't think that door's open anymore. I think that door is firmly closed in my face. And no matter what Kay says, if he wants me to be part of CG, if he doesn't, it's like there are still, 20-something other members that...
It's not about what Kay, it's not about what anybody else. It's about, what do you want to do? And I'm going to be real with you, Rosa, and I'm just being upfront. I feel like, you know how the ship has sailed with me and you? Yeah. I feel like the ship has sailed with you and CG at this point, because what else can you do when you always feel this way? How much more do you want to prove? How much more do you want to show that you're loyal and nobody will believe you, right? And I understand where you're coming from. Like I said, I'm being blunt about things. I'm not going to beat around the bush with anything. It's a decision that I feel like you know in your heart what you want to do, but you don't want to say it.
Yeah,
and I think it'll be a lot easier if you would just be honest with yourself, be honest with other people, and stop living in the shadow. That's what you really need to start doing. Listen, is it a big decision? Yes. But is it going to be a decision to make you more at ease, to make you happy and worry about you finally? That's what you really need to do.
No, I wish it was that simple. I really do. But Tony might not even be alive, Vinny. Like, that's what this comes down to. And like, I can't make any decisions. I have to stay alive. Like, I have to put myself first at some point and stay alive. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to be smart about this and think with my head and not my heart. Because everything in me, to be blunt, everything in me says run from CG. You know, like, my heart says those are not people that care about you, even though I know you do and some people do. But like, actions speak louder than words in a lot of circumstances. So everything says to run, you know, go find yourself somewhere else, go stay alive, go be happy somewhere else. But my head is like, it's not that easy. You don't just walk away from a family that has built you, essentially. You know, like,
you
things
also
are going to happen.
Don't stay in a family
that
you don't feel that that they don't think you're loyal and they don't feel like you're for the cause. You gotta weigh your options, Rosa. And I'm just being very honest with you. Okay,
it's just hard, 'cause it's
I'm not gonna sugarcoat bullshit with you. I
don't do anything else.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm just gonna be very honest. And a lot of people hate honesty, and that's the problem. I mean, I think you need to worry about you. I think you need to do what's going to make you happy. I don't think there should be any irrational decisions made. I think what you need to do is find yourself. And if you feel like this is not for you, you need to leave for you and not for somebody, which is Tony, if he comes out of this, right? Say if Tony,
100%.
you know what I mean? Because now let me ask you this. How would it look on you that, okay, Tony makes it through. You end up... I know you want to be with him, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? There's no ill will. I don't have no vendetta toward, nothing at all. Like, if that's the person you want to be with him. And that's what you need to do. But don't make a decision for somebody, because somebody's alive. Make that decision for yourself because you want to see yourself happy.
Well, and you know me, and I've said this a million times. I don't want the narrative to be that I'm a lovesick puppy that's leaving a gang for a man. Like that's not me.
No, not
that
at
will
all.
never be me. And the only way I walk away from this is if I know that I can't come back from it. Whether it be from my fuck ups or people stirring or people making stories. Because you know, Vinny, everyone talks about me and not to me. That's what it is. And that's, I think, what it will always be at this point. And I don't know if there's a way to fix that. You know, no matter how many times I reach out to people to try to talk to them about something or, you know, hang out with them or whatever, they always will run to have the tea on Rosa. You know, they will always have to have some kind of story, fucked up thing that Rosa did. Even if it's not, you know, I could say that the sky is blue and everyone be like, oh, Rosa, that lying bitch, it's green, you know? And that's such a hard place to be in, where it's people that I genuinely care about that just seem to have turned their backs on me. And I get it. Like, I made a mistake of caring about somebody I shouldn't have cared about, you know, but that's always going to be my downfall is I care about people too much.
You can't stop your feelings. You can't just turn off a light switch and be like, okay, yeah, I don't give a fuck about that person anymore. That's not how it works. That's how not life works. You understand? Because and I'm not going to bullshit you. You said when you stabbed Tony, how everybody's laughing. I wasn't laughing up there because you know why? I seen the pain in you. And I seen how much it actually affected you and how much it actually hurt you. Did it kill me inside and did it hurt me inside when you were saying all that stuff to me when we were on the way back, when I was driving you back? Yes. But I knew the pain that you were going through. And that's why I wasn't laughing when all that shit went down. Because I know it's not something that you wanted to do.
I didn't. Because I still don't think he deserved that.
But if you could do all you can do...
I think he deserved it because of my actions, but not because of his.
I mean, what actions, though, right? Was it actions... I mean, I'm going to disagree with you because what actions? Actions that you did because you care for somebody? Actions that you did because you built something with somebody? And like I said, I'm talking to you from an outside point right now, right? I'm just being honest. I have nothing to bullshit about, right? You didn't do if I was on, did you do fucked up things towards the gang? 100%, right? Did you do something when the leader told you not to? Yes, 100%. Was it wrong of you? Yes. But did you do something wrong because of how you felt and what you feel for Tony and what Tony feels for you? No, you didn't.
Yeah. I fucked up by not listening to Kay. I know that. You know, I thought I could do something to help in a different way, and I just needed to listen to him. But I hope you know and everyone else knows that I've never stepped against CG. Like, everything I've done, even with Tony, talking to Tony, has been to benefit CG.
Yeah,
and I mean
in
that
Kay's
genuinely
eyes,
from the bottom of my heart.
And Kay didn't care about that. Kay would just wanted everybody to cut off everybody, and that's it. Look at Kay. He literally told me that I'm not allowed to have daughters. Like, I like Nova, fucking Sana, right? I do it because I'll do anything for Mr. K because this is my family, right? But if you feel that you know what you have with Tony is true, then Rosa, I mean, then you need to make that decision.
And I'm not saying this to like try to hide that I care about him. Like, I care about him, but I care about him because he has done things that show through actions that he has my best interests at heart, you know? And take Tony out of the equation. If Tony was dead right now, which he very well could be, who knows? If he is gone, dead and dusted, it doesn't matter at this point because it's like, I don't know if I will ever have that trust built back with the people that I care about in CG. You know, and if that means I'm alone, that means I'm alone. I mean, nothing's worse than it is right now.
You'll never be alone. I mean, you have a business, you have employees, you have people that surround you that care about you. You'll never be alone. I wouldn't say that. It's more on you need to do what you need to do to make yourself happy. You need to be at ease. You need to not be stressed. You don't have to be looking over your shoulder. This, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying?
Just everything I say gets weaponized and twisted and changed and telephoned into I'm some horrible, horrible person. And you know better than anyone else that that's not the case. You know, I do things because I care about people.
I'm gonna tell you one thing, and this stays with me and you. At the end of the day, Rosa, trust works both ways. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? And that's what you need to be. That's what you need to start being honest with yourself. And I think it's time for you to see yourself happy. And you need to make a decision that you're going to be at ease. And that's it. And me personally, I probably already know the answer, which, does it bother me? Yes. Do I not like it? Yes. But, you know, me and you've been since day one, you know, you came into the city, you know, would it suck to see you not in CG 100%? But if it's going to make you happy, it puts a smile on my face. It's that simple.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Everything, there could be a 180 today or tomorrow that changes everything, and I'm trusted and I'm happy, and that's the name of the game, you know? But as it stands right now, like, if I call anybody in the gang besides you, and even maybe you, I don't know, if I call them and say one thing like, hey, I'm at Bahama Mama's, it somehow gets twisted into, oh, Rosa's at Bahama Mama's planning the downfall of CG and snitching on every, you know? And that's what I'm struggling to understand is like, why?
That's what you, like, it's, if you truly feel that way, I mean, Rosa, why are you continuing doing this to yourself? Why?
Some weird fucked up obligation.
It's fucked, bro, because I don't want you feeling this way, right? I don't want you sitting here feeling like you can't just call your own family and not it be twisted into a million other fucking things.
I know.
And that's what you need to really fucking do what you have to do, bro. Like, you really do.
Yeah. I just don't want this. I have like decisions to make, and I have to find myself a little bit, right? But I don't want this to be a hasty thing of like Rose is walking away from CG. Like, I just need to think, you know, and I need like a friend like you, honestly, to bounce ideas off of.
Listen, I won't say a single fucking word to nobody, but you need to make a decision, right? And I think you need to just, whenever that time comes, just talk to Kay and take it from there. You know, if Tugs knows, I'll reach out to Tugs. I'll let Tugs know that we had a talk, and you're just like, you're on the fence with things. Like, you just don't know what to do with yourself because of how you feel. And do I blame myself partially for it? Yes, I do. I do, 100%. You know, and that's something I got to live with, that I partially did this to you, and it's fucked.
I mean, I put myself in the situation too. Like, this all started as a funny joke, right? This was all up in the air, you and I bantering, and I didn't expect to find somebody that cared about me doing well in the process, you know?
I mean, I've always heard constantly from you, and you know, there's nothing wrong with it, right? The way you always used to feel like I mean, this is prior to even Tony, right? How many times did you tell me, oh, Vinny, like, I don't understand, like, nobody calls me to do anything and rob places with them and do this. And I get that. But this is something that has been built inside of you even before Tony. You came to me with that. You know, and then it just...
That's not really true.
What, you didn't? Yes, you did. 100%.
No, I mean, before, it was just, I was told to get out of cars and hung up on, you know, like, and that's just...
Well, yeah, you felt some type of way. Yeah, exactly. You felt some type of way, and it's understandable, but... You've had these feelings for a while, right? And now it's just went through a skyscraper at this point, the way your feelings are. And that's why you really need to think about what you want to do.
Yeah. I don't know. I want it to be known, like, and people genuinely know that, like, I've never turned my back. I've always been here. I've always tried to do the right thing. Like, there's a reason I texted Kay last night, you know, before doing anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Came straight back to the club afterwards from the hospital. Like, I know that everything I do or say can be weaponized against me. I'm aware of that. Like I'm not a dumb person. Like I know what things look like. So I'm trying so hard to do the right thing constantly and to show that I'm here for the gang and show that I'm doing the things that need to be done and give it time and give people space, but also like make sure they know I'm around, you know, and it's hard. It's really hard to balance that.
But is it something that you're doing because you want to do it, or is it something you're doing to try to prove yourself to people? Because in my eyes, what I feel, Rose, is that right now at this point in your life where you are, you're just doing this to prove it to people. But in your heart, you know that the ship has sailed with you and CG because of all the shit you've went through. And you're not doing it for you. You're doing it just to prove to people. And that's not the way to live life, Rosa. That's not the way to live life, dude. I'm just being honest. Why the fuck are you going to sit here day in and day out try to prove to people if nobody's going to listen? And that's what you really need to think about.
Just because it's all I know, I guess.
It's what you know. You keep saying it's all you know, but look what you have done. You own this establishment. You've been a lawyer before. You've been a judge before. Don't tell me it's all you know, Rosa. Because that's not the case. And you need to stop thinking. Yeah,
I'm a boss bitch. I know it.
Yeah, you are.
But it also is like my Achilles heel in this. Anything that
what are you trying to say, Ajita?
No.
Oh, your actual Achilles heel
is like what could kill people, you know?
Yeah,
is that I care too much. I care about everything. I care about what people think about me. I care about other people. I care about random people. I care about, you know, I care too fucking much. And that has always been my problem. That is what people have always told me is you care too much. And I don't want to lose people that I care about, you know? And I don't think that would be the case, maybe. But it's hard for me to put myself first. It's hard for me to be like, okay, stand up, do what you need to do, walk away. And
but
it's just,
you don't want to put yourself first, but you want to continue to be stressed out, looking over your shoulder and thinking you're going to die every day. How does that make any sense?
I know. I don't know.
Because what I hear right now is that straight up, you want your cake and you want to eat it too. And that's not how life works.
That's not the case at all. Like, I made my choice in that room. I stabbed him. I walked away. But
now he might be alive. And what I feel truly, Rosa, and I'm just going to be honest, is that if he makes it out and he's alive well and he's moving and he's doing his thing, that's where you want to be. And there's nothing. Listen, it's about you.
Know. I have to like say that over and over again because I don't want that to turn into the narrative.
What I'm trying to tell you is that it's what you want, right? And if that's what you want, that's what you do. It's that simple. Whether people like it or not, whether people have opinions about you or not. But if that's what makes you happy, and if that's what you want to do with your life, that's what you go and fucking do, Rosa. Don't let nobody tell you any fucking different. Why are you going to stop yourself from something that you could see something so big come of it? Because you're worried about the way people feel about you and what they're going to say about you. Listen, every motherfucker will talk about you behind your back to the day you fucking die. And that's just life. And you can't control that. So that's why you really need to do what it's going to fucking make you happy for a change. And not what you're going to do to make other people happy.
Yeah. It just hurts because I don't want to lose people I care about. Fuck what they say about my behind my back. That's happened for forever and will always happen. But you know, like you and Carmela and Paris, even though they talk the most shit out of anyone, like I still consider them my people, you know?
Listen, no matter what, I'll always be here, and get that through your fucking head. Whether you're CG or not, I'll always have a friendship with you. Whether people like it or not, I don't give a fuck. It's that simple. I think it's time to just find yourself, do what's going to make you happy, and take it day by day. Find out what the fuck's going on with Tony. See where if this motherfucker's alive or dead. See if this motherfucker's breathing. If he comes out of it, you know, do what's going to make you happy, Rosa. It's that simple.
Yeah. Or do what's going to keep me alive.
It's Rosa, you know, if you
those
really...
are the same decision, though.
I get it, but if you really have to think like that, that's a bad way to think about it. It's not about staying alive.
Yeah, it's a fucking horrible thought process, but when I hear that so many fuckers are out there trying to kill me, Vinny,
I think, okay, who's trying to kill you, number one? That's what I want to know.
Fucking Woodcock is still a cop.
Yeah, well, that we can't control, right? We can't. Yeah, I know. He's the fucking, that fat
like,
fucking
Slim's gonna
piece
come
of shit.
after
I
me.
get it.
Like the people, that's the thing. It's like a funny thing that everyone wants to kill me, right? And like, get in line at this point. Take a ticket. Get to the back of the line. It's that's life. But if I can have like a moment of happiness in between worrying about that, I think that's what I have to go for.
Yeah.
Or a moment of just like quiet, you know, where I don't have to be like, okay, who's talking about me right now? How is this going to get spun? You know, like where I can just breathe for a second.
I definitely understand. So listen, just take it day by day. See what's going on with Tony. You know, talk to Kay about things. And I think, honest to God, I'm going to be very honest with you. I know Kay's a motherfucker. I know he's very short-fused. But if you literally sit there and tell him straight up, if that day ever comes that, listen, Tony's alive, that's the person I want to be with, you know, and if that means that I'm not in the gang anymore, it's just something I want to do. And I don't think he would go harsh on you. He might say dumb shit, but I don't think he would kill you. And I'm being very honest, because if you're honest with him, that's all he gives a fuck is about his honesty at the end of the day. If you're gonna bullshit him and beat around the bush with him, yeah, he's gonna fucking kill you. I'll tell you right now. But just be straight. That's it. Just be straight and be brutally honest.
Yeah, I will. That's why I texted him last night.
Chad, you guys are not getting the bigger picture of this, and I'll explain I'll explain to you guys afterwards.
Hiding it or trying to spin this in any way. I just straight up said they found Tony. He's on life support. Don't know if he's gonna make it.
All right, well, see what the fuck happens. Like you said, it could end up being a 180, a 360. You know, just see what the fuck
30
happens.
30 minutes from now, it could be, we love Rosa. She's back in. You know, like that's just the name of the game. But
yeah, you don't know what's gonna happen.
I'm still in your corner. I'm still in Mr. K's corner. The rest of everybody, if they want to talk shit, they can talk shit. But like, my loyalty is still there. You know, until the day comes where Kay and I have a sit down about what needs to happen or what he wants or what I want. Like, my loyalty is still here.
I think you need to worry about you.
I know.
I know you keep saying your loyalty is here, and that's all good and dandy. But it's something that you got to be true to yourself. Is it you doing it because you want to do it? Or are you doing it because it has to be done because that's what people want you to do? That's what you really need to think about. Because I'm going to be very brutally honest with you. I feel like, Rosa, I think it's just too far-fetched at this point, the way you feel inside. But you won't admit it.
That's not the case. I've told you. Like, there's no hiding that I care about that person. But it goes beyond this. Again, it goes beyond like my feelings. It goes to how there's no way out of this. You know, sure, I found someone that cares about me and would do anything for me, would literally murder, like we've seen from me. But it's not even about that. Like, he very well could be dead right now, you know? And I'm still feeling this way of like, I don't think that there's redemption possible. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, just keep me updated. Let me know what goes on. I'm here. Just call me, text me. If you need to talk, I'll drop everything and come talk to you. And just let me know what's happening.
Yeah, I will.
All right. I'll see you later, all right?
All right, thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah, chat. The thing is, you know Kay, okay, wants a huge storyline. And you know... Oh, fuck. I can't get out of here. Rosa, I'm stuck in here. Rosa! Oh, fuck.
I'm here.
Oh, okay, I thought you left.
And Nash is right there.
Let me out.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay, so what I was trying to say, guys, is that I know Kay really wants to see this storyline go through. Now, can you imagine a storyline where Tony is alive? Tony's alive and well. His family tells him exactly what happened. And then a huge storyline of Chain Gang versus the Mills family. Think about that. What is scripted? You fucking... Oh my God, I swear it's so hard to deal with people sometimes.